I didn't really want to hear the next few minutes of what you're going to say.
Yeah, you're going to have to hear it. Yeah, I mean, you can't be serious. It's a flight is not. I mean, if you had unexpected something happened, we get it. I get it. I had my whole day built around it. Dave and I both had dinner plans tonight. It's canceled.
I don't know what to say. I'm not going to give you any excuses. I was in Miami.
But then you showed up late. You showed up late at 6:30.
I know. I can
Where
tell
were
you
you?
why. I was working. I was working. I was writing about all this stuff, and I get carried away. I'm not kidding. It doesn't matter. So I was late. It wasn't. I'm not fucking around. I'm not like with a chick or high or whatever. I'm not high yet. But I think so. I'm sorry, guys. I swear I wasn't like. Sometimes when I'm late, it's like whatever. I'm just kind of in this thing, which is hopefully whatever.
Yeah, what's crazy is you knew we were pissed off about earlier.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
and yet you still.
If I showed you what I was doing, you'd be like, you wouldn't feel better about this, but you'd be like, at least he's not fucking around watching like anime. Like Castlevania just released season 2.
Explain that to my wife.
I almost wish you were watching anime, because at least that would be on brand.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. Your topic better be so friggin' amazing.
Hold on.
My head must. It has to explode.
Wait.
Dave with the suit, ice in his veins. Josh cracking jokes, never mundane. Omar wild card, twisting your brain. Together they roll, FTS the name. Life's petty props, kick to the curb. Dave got the logic, never disturbed. Josh with the punchline, sharp like a verb. Omar the eccentric, slick like an herb. Friends talking shop.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the FTS podcast, Friends Talking Shop. We are kicking off Season 5. I bet you were wondering why there was such a big break. It's because we needed to scrap it all down to its origins and build it right back up, because we're not repeating what we've done in Season 1, 2, 3, and 4. Season 5 is a brand new start. We thought it's 2025. It's the first one of the year, right?
Can I say something?
It's not the
real
first
reason.
one. We did one early January, and it's taken a long time to get to this point. Yes.
There's the behind the scenes version of this, and there's this nonsense that David is spewing as my father would say, bakvas. Do you guys know what bakvas means? Bakvas?
Bakvas?
Bakvas. BAQWAS. It means nonsense. Back
I
to
couldn't
David.
figure that out from the context.
What language is that?
Oh, it's Hindi.
Oh, Hindi. Okay.
Yeah. So, but back to what David was, his narrative. It's not because the break wasn't because of it. It's because Dave and Josh ran out of material. So we had to take a break.
Please.
We're going to live some type of life that might be faintly interesting for people to listen to.
That's right.
Says the guy who used the same topic 2 weeks in a row.
Well,
by the way, Dave, not to correct you, but we had no Season 3. Remember, that was we scrapped the entire Season 3. We went.
Oh, that's why I'm thrown off.
1, 2,
Okay.
4. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Sorry. So we skipped. Yes, we marched the beat of our own drummer. It's Season 5, episode 80. What is it? 83. So
83.
Welcome back to our season.
Can I say one more thing? Because there was a Stern episode this week, and there was trivia from their 40, 50 years together, and Baba Booey got like 9 out of 10 answers right about Howard. And I if we did a test, Josh would get the highest. Dave, I would get like a 3 out of 100.
Correct.
Get everything.
Yeah, probably.
You can't remember the last episode, let alone history of the show.
Yeah. And I have pretty bad memory too. I think, Josh, you would win that contest, but
I appreciate that.
Not that we're going to put that together. I don't know where that's going. Let's kick off the episode 83. I'm your host, Dave, and I'm joined as always. We didn't flush out anyone for our new season. We still the same old of us.
Same three.
Same three. But to my right is Josh. Josh, how you doing?
I'm all right. So a couple things. First, just like last year, which the bet was never paid, once again, we made a bet this year at the start of the NFL season on which team would go the furthest.
Oh, my God.
I don't remember.
And yet again, the Eagles win out. And so I will be collecting a dinner. I just don't know when that's going to be. But I really should double up on appetizers and entrees, because this would be the second NFL bet that we've made that I have not collected on just yet.
You know what? I will say something about the Eagles, and I think this needs to be said because
Please.
I feel that you beat the Redskins in the championship game. Who'd you beat before that?
Commanders. We beat the Rams.
The
Rams.
Rams.
And the Packers. Listen, you play who you're assigned.
That's not where I'm going.
Choice.
This.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm saying that each of those 3 wins that you guys had,
right,
you were clearly biased because you are clearly an Eagles fan. But as someone from my perspective who give a shit about the Eagles, I actually did not notice any like game-changing calls or biases that caused the Eagles to win. Right? They won all those games.
True.
Is that really?
I mean, are you nuts? Did you not notice a guy named Saquon Barkley rushing for 3,000 yards?
Wait. I'm saying referee calls.
Yeah, and
correct. That's right.
The very first play of the playoffs, the Eagles got a gift.
Yes,
what was that? What was that?
He's
the
right.
Packers returned a kickoff. He fumbled the ball. He got the ball back. An eagle landed on him, ripped the ball away, and they gave it to the Eagles. They scored a touchdown. The game's basically over.
Oh, I didn't watch that first play. Oh, interesting.
It wasn't basically over. It was the first play of the game.
It started the trend. You lost the first possession.
It's not a Mahomes-style situation.
That's a little bit of a stretch, Dave. I mean, like a late hit or a penalty, like a la Chiefs. And I would argue a la the Bills versus the Ravens. The Ravens should have won that game 6 ways to Sunday.
Yeah, they should have. I agree with that.
God, it was painful. And I broke a chair. I broke a chair in my house. I broke anything in a long time.
Did you gain that much weight?
No, I threw a chair.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. And I had our friend Phil and his new lover watching me. But I didn't invite them to watch a football game with me. They happened to be visiting. So what am I going to do?
This is my how you doing.
Okay.
So anyway, one of the reasons why we haven't brought you an episode in a long time, by the way, is the 3 of us have been traveling quite a bit and have not been able to get on the same page. So I was away for part of it in Florida. I went down for a work event, and this is a work event that, Dave, you usually go to, but didn't this year.
Yep.
And it's a work event that's actually very close to my parents. And so it's an opportunity for me to see them. So I stay with them when I'm there for this event. And here's what's amazing to me. Every time you guys have heard me talk about this, going down to see them and how incredible the community is with everybody knows each other and they're playing pickleball and tennis every day and there's a card game and they're at the bar by the pool.
A fart game?
A card game?
Oh.
Not a fart game, although that's, I'm sure, also being played down there in southern Florida. But what I didn't realize was what happens when the weather is absolute shit, which is what happened when I was there last. It was cold and raining. And that magical place, which seems like an adult dormitory for seniors, turns into like lockdown. It's like San Quentin.
Then the fart games really come in.
Then the fart games come. There is nobody out. There is nothing. Even in my parents' condo, I'm talking to my mom through the wall because she doesn't come out of the bedroom. I'm watching The View 18 times a day because that's all they watch. I mean, it's like, what the hell's going on there?
A second. Hold on.
Yeah.
Was your both your parents, right?
Yeah.
Were they happy doing that? Maybe they actually preferred that rather than going out. I think sometimes you people we force out people. I don't want to go out half the time I go out.
It's not about going out.
But were they bummed?
Well, yeah. When the weather sucks, it's like it's just like everyone just is a hermit. Everyone is in their
Some people
in their
prefer
condo.
Being a hermit. I guess is what I'm saying, especially like grandparents and stuff.
They go out. They like to go out. They like to be active. They like to go to the pool every day and to the beach and when it's shit. Yeah, when it's shit out.
Didn't invite anyone over? No cards, no nothing?
No, they my dad plays canasta through his iPad with other people, so it's like, okay, it's almost it's a weird scene, man. When it's raining and no one's out, it is a weird scene. You are in lockdown. You are in Sing Sing or some prison system.
Were there board games there or not?
What do you mean were there board games? In my parents' place?
Yeah.
We weren't playing board games. My mother's watching her shows on Bravo in her room. I'm on the couch watching whatever the hell's on. And I'm also sick, by the way. I got the flu while I was there.
David, did you catch this? His mom watches Bravo. I guess the apple didn't
Yeah.
fall far.
Yeah, I was
far
gonna
from
I
the
don't
say,
tree.
watch
yeah.
Bravo. Listen, I draw the line at
Well,
Bravo.
it's not a big stretch.
Unbelievable.
But anyway,
Is that how
there
it
wa-
happened to you, Josh?
Listen,
Like you watch it like
it
a
runs
kid,
in the
you were
family.
3 years old,
like,
watching Real World season 1. Like
we like trash TV. Anyway, I did watch a
David,
new
does
show
your
with
mom watch? David, did your parents watch any type of like reality television?
You know,
My parents didn't.
my mom in the later years would watch the game show channel.
Okay, that's different.
That's it.
Okay,
That's
that's
different.
not reality television. That's
Well,
not reality
it is kind of reality TV, but it's not sort of
Yeah,
trash.
but with
it's,
prizes, with actual prizes rather than
yeah, and there's some
yes, that's
trivia.
a chance
I
to be a
guess, but-
star for 5 minutes.
And Omar, your dad would watch 90 Day Fiance if Van Damme was in it.
No,
if
he's
Steven
doing
Seagal
things.
was in it.
No, he's doing things. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, he's not
That
doing
is
things.
funny
He's-
though,
he's-
Josh. I don't know any of my friends' parents who watch.
Well, there you go.
the stuff you're talking about. I'm
yeah,
gonna
well,
start asking.
they're dialed in. But so that was part of my time off. But there was a weird thing that happened on the way home. So on the flight home, by the way, I was sick as a dog. I got the flu when I was there, which was lovely, which I gave to my mother subsequently. But on the flight home, I get on the plane. It's like 85% full, 80% full, right? I'm in one of the last rows. I'm like the fourth to the last. And I'm sitting on the aisle seat, and this couple comes in, and they're sitting in the middle and the window seat, right, of my row. I'm like, oh shit, I guess I'm stuck in this row. But I'm coughing, and I can't. It's awful, and I'm like, I feel bad for these people because we're packed in there.
Were you wearing a mask?
I was not wearing a mask. No, I didn't
Did
have.
you wish that you had a mask to wear?
Yes and no.
That would have telegraphed that he was sick.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Yes and no. But so the door's
Wouldn't
shut.
that make it worse though? Because if you're coughing and you have a mask, like you are basically you're holding a poster saying "I'm sick."
It's
Where if
also
you're-
no good. I'm going to give myself the flu if I'm coughing into my own mask.
you could catch your own. Yeah,
Yes, I'm going to double flu. I don't want a double
doctor.
flu. I want a single flu. So the door's shut. They say the boarding's done, and I look over, and behind me, 2 rows behind, it's only one guy in the window seat. So I said to the guy next to me, by the way, here's the other weird thing. His wife sat in the window, and he sat in the middle, and he was a big dude. You think he would sit in the window,
Yeah.
his wife in the middle. Didn't happen. I said to the guy, I'm like, hey, good news. I'm going to move my seat back, and you guys can have this row. And he said, he goes, why? He said, well, because there's a seat open, and they're done boarding. Now we don't have to cram in. He says, well, you don't have to move if you don't want to. I said, no. I couldn't believe I was having this conversation. I said, no, it's not. Listen, it's nothing against you. This is a win-win, man.
Yeah.
You're going to have it empty, and I'm going to be able to. He said, oh, okay. And so I got up, and I moved 2 rows back, right? And I noticed, I'm looking up at my previous row. The guy never moves in the middle seat. He sat in the middle seat the entire trip with the aisle open.
Well, maybe
Isn't
he
that
wanted to be
weird?
next to his sweetheart.
But you are next to her. Just have the seat open. You have more room. And that's
Was
crazy.
were they fornicating? Maybe that's why.
They were not fornicating as far as I could tell. But you never know. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm 2 rows behind, so it's possible.
Even if
It
you
was
want to
weird.
sit next, why don't you want the extra space? That's
It's
a
weird.
strange.
That's all I'm
yes.
saying. It's just
Yeah.
weird. Would
That's
you do
strange.
that? Would you?
No.
You? No. No one
would-
would do that.
I'd be upset
Crazy.
if I was the person in the back and see you coming, and I thought I had the whole row to myself, and now here
Yeah,
you come.
that's true. But we had the middle open, and I don't think he really cared. He was on
Did anyone
the window.
complain with you coughing?
Not to my face. I'm sure they did under their breath, and probably to their significant others that they were flying with.
And
Yeah.
how's your flu now, Joshua?
I still have a residual cough. I can't get rid of this cough. This cough will not go away. It's ridiculous. I feel fine, but the cough won't go away. So I'll
right.
be muting my mic from time to time. In fact, right now.
Oh, sure enough. If you're watching on YouTube, which is one way to watch us, you can see this happen.
You'll see
Yeah.
that. You'll see
Yeah.
that.
Ooh,
It's
good.
lovely.
That's as
Anyway.
much of a honey pot as I've ever seen. Yeah, I want to go to YouTube to watch Josh put his mic on mute and then cough to the side.
Listen,
That's
they've
great.
seen you do it several times without the mute.
That's
Look, there are
great.
people in this world that don't want Josh to move from an end aisle seat, so who knows what people want? We
Correct.
can't predict.
I
these
got some
things.
sort of Kavorka. The guy he didn't want me to leave.
Anyway, Well, good to see Josh.
Yes.
We're also joined by Omar from a location. I guess, are you in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, I'm in Puerto Rico.
I can never.
I was having I just got back from Miami. We had our annual Big Week event. We had Cirque du Soleil, so we had
Oh yeah.
event with midgets, bearded ladies, a dunk tank,
Little people, please.
a woman,
Little people.
a woman in a
Little people.
inflatable ball rolling around her pool, giant LED screen, a DJ. It was really over the top.
This is a financial conference,
This
just
is
for
a
the
branding-
listeners,
it
by
was
the
a-
way.
There was no content, to be clear, but it was a branding event.
What can I ask about the woman in the ball in the pool?
She was doing like acrobat stuff as the ball was spitting in the water. So she would like walk
Could she
around
breathe
it.
in there?
Yeah, is there air
She was like a
holes?
Cirque du Soleil performer.
Right. Were there air holes? Could she breathe? Or by the end of the party, there's a limp woman in an inflatable ball in the pool?
That's actually a really good point.
Because if there is, I would think water would get in the holes.
Right.
Yeah.
Water would get in there.
No. This is actually a really. I never thought about this.
Was she dead when the party was over? Did you notice?
I'm telling you, this thing was
Very
in there for
expensive.
20 minutes at a time.
Yes.
Look,
Yeah.
I just sent you a picture of it, guys, through your text.
Well, that's not going to help our listeners.
But I mean, I can pull it up if you want me to for the screen.
Oh, I
But-
see it. Okay, so look, so the picture that Omar sent us, there is a acrobatic woman, and she's in an inflatable ball. Now, if I didn't major in any type of science, but that would tell me that if there was a hole in that ball, it would not stay inflated like that.
And there's a number of disinterested people behind. The woman
Yeah,
in the
nobody,
ball.
by the way, is looking at her.
No,
of the people in the
this is
shot,
when this is
nobody.
when the event first started. For the record, you jerks.
That's
Yes.
Oh, Omar just sent us another picture. Here's a dude giving her CPR, pulling her out of the ball because she died.
Yeah, I don't actually. I need to get to the bottom of that, so to speak, or otherwise maybe she's at the bottom of the pool. I don't. And they made a giant. The best part about it was they made a giant picture of my dog Lou, a giant one.
Oh wow!
Where
Who's
it is
they?
the event people.
Oh, okay. Did you ask them to do that?
Yes, it
Well,
was.
then it wasn't
What a
wasn't much of a
coincidence.
surprise. Now, was it?
Well, I just didn't expect it to be so large. You know, it's actually it's so good, as a matter of fact, that my friend kept it at his house after we had the
Why
event.
didn't you keep it?
Because it's 15. I just texted it to you. It's 15 feet high.
Oh, you can't put it in the overhead?
What?
It,
This
it-
isn't
that's
a
not a
picture of your
picture.
dog. That's
Omar,
that's
again.
a structure. That's like
Omar
a shed.
sent us this. This is just a dog, a generic dog.
no, it's Lou.
It is-
No, but
it's
it's
red
no,
stripe. Your dog-
it's my dog Lou in like a circus theme, guys. It's Lou.
Okay,
The
that's a
ears
stretch.
and the
That's a
eyes and
stretch.
everything else. Like that's
Okay. I don't
You're
know what you're
right. It
supposed
looks
to do
just
with
like
this.
him. Yeah.
It's not a picture, by the way. It's a structure.
it is a structure. It is a huge.
Yeah, you called it a picture. That's a structure. So
It
I
i-
don't know what you're supposed to do with that.
It is ginormous.
How much you pay for that?
The event in total.
No. How much was that giant structure
No,
of,
go ahead.
of
The
your
event in
circus?
total. I want to know the
No,
event in total.
I want to know the price of the circus, Lou.
I will give you. Well, I don't know the price of the actual physical Lou. I give you the overall budget.
No,
What do you?
I don't want that. I don't want that
David wants
because
that.
that doesn't mean anything to any people.
Yeah. How about we
Oh,
do
Dave,
an over
Dave
under?
wants a number. All right, Dave wants a number.
If I give you an over under, I'll say a number, Josh. You say over under,
Okay.
and then you can. All right.
Yeah.
$75,000.
Over.
It was at my friend's house. He did not charge us for his property.
No, you didn't tell me that. Oh, you're talking about just that the night where the woman died in the ball.
Correct.
We're talking about that price.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have to pay for her funeral, or is that covered by insurance expenses?
The total cost was $120,000.
See, told you.
Oh my!
And you didn't even pay for a venue?
Yeah. Yeah. Correct.
That's
He's got
crazy.
it. The venue's
I have
great.
to think though. I mean, I think it was a good use. But it is. I guess the point. Besides this isn't meant to be a flex. If anything, it's a what did I fuck up doing it kind of thing. But it is. It's always so fascinating when you're hosting something like that because everyone
Yeah.
wants to talk to you.
Yeah.
You know? And
Yeah. Where you're the host.
and well, half the people you don't know who they are, and have those people. 80% of them are probably time burglars. You know, and you're stuck. And like I was literally grabbing on to people I knew as they were walking by, just to get out of it. And
Omar, these are people who signed up to go to your event. You should be very grateful that they're there and that they want to talk
What our
to
listeners perhaps don't know, this week is a finance week in Miami. So it's
That's true.
90% dudes, number one. Number one.
you. Yeah, but
Number two, everyone there is incredibly commercial for the most part. And of course, there's a sheep waiting to be slaughtered, which are people like Josh and Dave.
we weren't there.
But when you have events, any type of events, they're terrible. Would you guys not agree? In general, when you go to any event, there's some version of terrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't mean
it's
dinners.
a
I
work
don't mean.
event.
I'm even going to take dinners out. Just events, like night events.
Well,
No,
terrible.
they're not terrible, but they're not. It's not. You're not writing home
This was
about them. but-
this was spectacular.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
spectacular.
I know.
It was
You had
like
a
that
giant-
woman's. It was like that. It was Terry Hatcher's boobs in Seinfeld. Remember?
Yeah.
They
it
were
was real, and it was
and they were
spectacular.
spectacular.
Yes, I got
What
it.
did the little people do, by the way?
They
Why don't
were. We had a dunk tank, and we had a heckler, and so
Those are one and the same, by the way. Anyone who sits in a duck tank is a heckler.
the little person would also go back and forth, and they also gave out drinks as well.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So
Is
it was
that a hard
quite a show.
process? Is that easy to look up and hire little people?
David, you're overthinking. It's nothing that money can't solve.
Well, I get the
Dave,
process.
He had a dead woman in a ball in a
Yeah.
pool.
You hire someone to do it,
You can buy anything.
right? And I found out afterwards that she was crying prepping for the match. I didn't even know that. That's sad. It's not a license.
That is sad. That is
Yeah,
sad.
but it there were no dead people
That you know of.
that I know of,
Yeah.
and I think for
You
the
think
most
that-
part, what was that?
You think the handler of the woman in the ball showed up at the end of the night and went, "Oh shit, we lost another one.
I
We
really
got to
gotta
do
get to the
something
bottom
about
of
these
that, though.
inflatable balls."
It's really interesting, Josh. I can't believe nobody else thought of that until you just
Well,
mentioned
Bob,
it.
did you
Yeah.
put the hole in the ball?
You put-
gotta
you
remember
can't
to
put a hole in the ball.
Do you think she has like a straw in there or something?
No.
Maybe she's got no oxygen tank.
Yeah,
Right?
there's no oxygen in there.
I
Wow.
don't understand. Maybe was she dancing? Or was she trying to get out? I can't tell from the picture. Was she?
No, she was
I
doing
think
like
she tried to
doing
fight her
yoga
way out.
poses and the damn thing.
Yeah.
That's a mystery to me. Yeah,
So- It's a good-
We were supposed to have sharks in there. I'm not kidding.
Get out of here.
No, I'm not kidding. They came to the
You're
pool.
going to put sharks in the pool.
Yes.
no, they
yes.
can't. You can't with chlorine pool.
Wait a second. No, they come
Yeah, it's
in
a
a
chlor-
week earlier, right?
Yeah.
And they scope out the pool. And then if they can do it, then they have to treat the water. And then they basically, like, what they do is they make the pool a little smaller so the sharks have to stay within a certain area. They have lighting in there too. So I wanted to do that, but PETA was down there.
Pedo or PETA?
PETA. So the shit.
Yeah,
went
you said
sideways.
pedo. Pedo doesn't care about sharks.
Yeah, I got too much flack. The bearded lady was. I was happy with the bearded lady. So
Well, who isn't, really?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
well,
I have to
I
say
gotta
though,
ask,
they don't have much to say when you talk to
yeah,
them.
do they walk? They just their
Surprisingly, right?
conversation?
You think they'd have a lot to say, bearded ladies?
Yeah, just
You think they wouldn't shut the hell up, bearded ladies?
just yeah. It was. There wasn't
What did
much
you
to
ask?
say.
I would
What-
go up and ask them a question. Hey, do you use what do you use, Mach 3 or
Yeah,
do you
is
use,
everything you're going to
electric, or-
ask about her beard? Are
Yeah.
you going to like, hey,
Yeah.
have you thought about shaving it off, or is this?
You a gel gal or cream?
Yeah, I didn't. I said hello and I said, "You hot? You hot at all? You itchy?
You hot at all?
You get itchy?
Oh, itchy.
Uh huh.
About her beard? You're,
Yeah,
Yeah.
clearly about the beard.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I think if I was standing in front of a bearded lady, the last thing I'd want to talk about is her beard. I'd feel
Incorrect.
so.
Incorrect, Dave.
No, I would feel so uncomfortable with that.
Dave, it's a cry for conversation. They want you to ask
by
about
the
their
way,
beard.
on
That's what
a,
they
on a
want.
similar but much more real, serious comparison, yesterday, today I was in Miami. I was and I was in a hotel, and I'm walking back with Chachi Boy.
Your
And
dog.
I see this girl, my dog Miles, and
Yeah.
I see this this girl who I know, Vanessa, and she's with another girl, and we start talking and catching up, and then as the girl is like tying her shoe,
Mhm.
she was a hostage, and I like
What?
wanted- yeah, from Gaza, no shit, and
Get the hell out of here.
swear to God, and
She
like
had just
I-
been freed.
yeah, And
Oh
I didn't
my
ask her to some
God.
more than that. But I wanted to hug her.
You should have.
But I didn't feel it was appropriate. So I.
Well, not someone with your complexion.
Well, she was wearing a bikini. But she,
Yeah, no sudden movements.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Omar.
I didn't factor. That's funny. I didn't think about that. She's wearing a bikini, so maybe that's why.
Well,
I
that's
didn't-
the
I
other
wasn't-
reason not to hug her. Yeah.
But yeah, David. Maybe I should have hugged the bearded woman though instead.
Yeah, it scratched
She
the
needs-
neck though.
She needs a hug as well. Anyway,
We all do.
how are you doing, Dave?
Thanks for asking. I'm doing pretty good. I was traveling as well. We spent
Yes.
the month of January in Florida. We were going to go to the Gulf of America side,
Oh, right.
sticking with current events. But the hurricane took out our place, so we went to the Atlantic side, and there's not a lot of good condos and places to stay, so we kept going north. We went to Jacksonville
Okay.
Beach.
Yep.
A couple blocks away, had a house, which was
Wait,
great.
I'm sorry. A hurricane. Josh, did you know this?
Well, see, I did know about it. There was a storm.
Not
No,
in
not
January.
now, not
It
while he was there.
Months ago.
Yeah.
that took out the
You don't remember that?
No.
coast of Florida.
It took up the west coast of Florida.
Well, I vaguely remember a hurricane.
Tampa. Remember it hit Tampa pretty hard?
Wait, but did you know that Dave's house was gone?
No, it's an Airbnb.
No, he's got an Airbnb.
Oh, the
Yeah.
way you said it, Dave, it was like an heirloom.
No.
What the fuck, Josh? You don't
Sorry,
agree? This is like Bobo with 9/11.
I
Come
speak
on.
Dave. I speak Dave. I knew what he meant.
What did I say? We had a house.
Yeah.
We had a house. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew what
How
he meant.
else do you say? We had an Airbnb. Sorry. Which also the Airbnb had in their garage. We had the option or not, depending on if you put more money down, of a golf simulator in the garage. And I was like, absolutely, I'll take golf simulator in the garage. And so we spent a lot of time playing golf in the garage because we faced the same issue.
The
that you
weather
had.
sucked.
It was cold. It was probably the worst January in Florida. They canceled
Awful.
schools because of temperature,
Yeah.
which was ridiculous in
Crazy.
the 30s. But some businesses closed down, and the Airbnb, that we were staying in, did not ever really warm up. It's not a house that really it was built for 30 degrees.
Yeah.
But one thing we did do that was fun is we went to a place. It's one of these animal reserve where they had kind of like a Tiger King
Okay.
situation. They had a ton of tigers, they had bears.
It was a rogue dude that just had these animals.
Well, they claim to be very respectable. They're like,
course.
Tiger King.
They all
That's
do.
that's bad. We're approved and everything
Yeah.
is good. And it looked like a first class place. The cages and stuff were all good.
Sure.
So that was one of the activities that we did. But this is what happened to me. I never heard this happening. Is we went late. It's like 7:00 at night because that's when they feed the tigers. We wanted to see them.
Oh, of course.
Eat all the
Yeah, you
stuff.
want to see
It was
that.
cool.
You want to see that.
We walk up to the tiger cage, and the tiger walks around, sees us. He turns around, puts his butt up against the fence, lifts
Sprayed
his
you.
tail,
He sprayed
and
you.
sprayed me.
Yes, I've seen that.
Ooh.
Have you seen
It
that?
got you? It got you?
It got me. Yeah.
Where?
Oh, that's disgusting.
Well, kind of on me. I mean, it was like,
Oh.
it got me.
He sprayed his tiger shit all over Dave.
Well, it wasn't. It was. I don't know what it was.
Was it
I
like
don't-
number 3? Like a number? Is it like an orgasm?
No, it's not.
It
no,
wasn't
it's
one or
Wait a
two.
second. Wait a
I think
second.
they have a 4.
You know
I
that
think
no,
there's-
no.
the most recently
No.
crowned most beautiful person in the world by Playboy magazine, Tatiana Ramakov or something.
Okay, first
She
of all,
said-
stop
wait a
right.
second.
Stop. Dave, do you have any idea how he's going to link this to your story?
I think she is going to use some kind of tiger-related product, is what I'm guessing. He's going to
Okay,
say.
let's hear.
Okay.
Let's hear. Go ahead. Continue.
She said that one of the ways she keeps her youthful skin
Yes.
is by attaining and then putting on her face salmon sperm. So maybe tiger sperm might be a good thing.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
First. Okay. Let's break this down a couple ways. Number one, Dave did not get sprayed by tiger sperm. It was clearly a feces urine
not.
combination.
I don't think it was either one of those either. I think it's
What?
option C. I think cats have some some
No.
thing they shoot
It's
out.
not.
Yes.
It's not a Pepe Le Pew skunk.
No,
not
but that's a good example. Like a skunk, that's a third thing that they spray out.
But that's a skunk.
Well, This is a
tigers don't
tiger. I
have
don't know.
that.
You don't know everything about tigers, but I got
I
sprayed
know
by
enough. I know enough.
Well, the lady walked by. Who worked there. She like didn't miss a beat. She goes, "They do that to people they like." And I thought,
First of all, did
So-
it smell?
no, I didn't smell, and I got it on film too. So I actually have
Oh,
it. My
please
buddy
send
was-
that. Please send that.
I'll send it to you after we're done.
Did you throw out your clothes, or you just washed them?
No, I went the other direction. I thought the way I looked at it was kind of like I'm now like a tiger man, like I'm like Spider-Man that was bit by a radioactive spider. I was sprayed by a tiger. I felt like I'm like a new man. So I went more that direction, and I decided that I'm now like
You're never going to wash those
Tiger-fied.
clothes. You decided never to wash those clothes.
I'm wearing them constantly. This is the same outfit. I haven't taken off these clothes.
Let me
Tiger
go back and ask Omar, who exactly is extracting the sperm from the salmon? Whose job is
Listen,
that?
I'm saying to you that salmon sperm facials are a real thing. It is a celebrity thing to do, and
This
it's
is
very,
utterly
very
ridiculous.
popular.
It's ridiculous.
No, you guys, with all due respect, live in flyover states, right? You don't know
Philadelphia is not a flyover
He's right on the
area.
coast.
Yeah, I'm on the
Yeah,
coast, man.
whatever. My point is, you're not aware of these things, right? Look at my.
Yeah.
No, that's
Clearly.
correct. I'll
guys-
grant you that.
you
I'm
guys
not
ever-
aware of people putting sperm from animals on their face.
Have you guys ever really looked at my skin?
What do you mean by really looked?
I'm saying
I've seen it.
it's
I've
really,
not studied
for
it.
someone who's 52 years old. It's pretty goddamn flawless.
Are you putting semen on your face?
Putting all kinds of semen on my face, whatever it takes.
There's no, I don't doubt that.
I'm going
I don't
to
doubt
ask you.
that.
I'm going to ask you to stop doing that.
And I'm gonna stop looking at your skin now that I know
Yeah,
that
that's
true.
correct. That's
Seriously.
exactly right. Oh my.
All right,
God.
well, let's kick off. We said we want to keep these things to. That should have been your topic, your stupid event that all that happened.
It should have been. That was a lot going on there.
Oh, it was a
All
lot.
right.
Yeah.
Well, this is how the format's going to work for season
That's a
5.
good one, actually.
Yeah. Tell them.
So each time we come together in season 5, the three of us come together and we come up with a topic that we have not discussed before, and we discuss it now, and we see where that leads us. We would love to hear from you a little bit more often than we did in previous seasons by
That'd be nice.
reaching out to us on our email, friends@fts.media, which I still need to get. You gave me the password, and I've lost it.
I
so
did
need-
give you the password. Yeah.
friends@fts.media is our email address. If we had a real one, you probably would be more apt to email us, but
Well, that's what we're telling ourselves.
that's right. We also have a website, friendstalkingshop.weebly.com. And then we have a YouTube page, Instagram, and TikTok, which was down for 24 hours,
A
but
hot second. Yeah, that's right.
back up, and you can find all that at Friends Talking Shop, or type in at Friends Talking Shop.
Yes.
All right, let's kick this off. I think the order always works. So, Josh, why don't you kick us off? And Omar, we'll let you go second.
All right. Okay. So I am. Have you guys ever heard of Mr. Beast?
Yes.
Omar, you ever hear of Mr. Beast?
I can't stand
Okay.
him.
Okay. So
Why?
for those who
What-
don't know,
that's
yeah, that's an interesting.
I didn't. Why
comment.
would you not?
Why do you
stand
not?
him?
Why can't you stand him?
What? Because of the blatant commercialism of what he does and the way he looks.
Okay.
You hired a bearded lady and little people at your event, and you
Stop.
what a hypocrite
Stop.
you are.
I'm giving people jobs. Where does the bearded lady work if not for stuff
What do you
that
mean
I do?
commercialism?
He's
That's his job.
No, he is commercializing. But what do you
What?
mean it's his job? Of course it's his job. But that's
Right.
my point. He's making money off
Yes.
of doing these ridiculous things.
Yes.
Oh, listen to
Yes.
yourself.
You just had a dead woman in a pool in an inflatable ball.
You don't like him
All right.
because he's
The irony.
You,
Okay.
you
The,
see
the,
yourself.
the irony is not lost on me. Fair enough.
For the listeners who don't know who Mr. Beast is, he is arguably the most successful YouTuber alive, I think ever, and has the most or second most or whatever followers of anyone on YouTube. And he just made YouTube videos as a kid, and now it's blown up, and he gets a ridiculous amount of views every one. But anyway, he has been now crossed the Rubicon, and Amazon Prime has greenlighted a show for him called Beast Games, right?
Yeah.
And it just started, so it's been a few
It's
episodes.
like Squid Games, right?
I wonder
It's
whose
not like
idea.
Squid Games.
I wonder whose idea that was.
That was his, because I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because he's done things like this before in other YouTube videos in piecemeal. And so now he's putting it all together. A lot of what he does, by the way, is giving away obscene amounts of money to people.
How did he makes that much money?
He does. He does. It's crazy the amount of money he makes.
Josh's entire family watches him religiously.
We actually do.
You watch his YouTube channel?
Yeah, I do like his YouTube channel. I do. I'm not kidding you.
I think in Josh's household, if it was like, can I say something? I'm Nostradamus right now, David. Are you ready for this?
Yes,
I
please.
think in the year 3000, right? The Kaplan family, wherever they walk around, it's gonna be a fucking TV screen floating around in front of them, of like reality television. Wherever they're going, there's always gonna be reality TV right in front of them, or it's at all times.
It's
all
gonna
I
be
know is
hard to prove, but yeah, I see where you're going.
all I know is I'm posting stuff to YouTube too, and I haven't seen one single dime. So go figure. And I think our stuff's a little more clever than at least Mr. Beast's original stuff. His stuff now is way better.
Well, maybe we should have a contest where we'll give $1 million away.
We need a budget.
Yeah, there you go. We do.
Yep.
But anyway, so he started this show called Beast Games on Amazon Prime. My son and I we've been watching every episode. We love it. It's very entertaining. But they had the most recent episode, and I want to talk to you guys about, it has nothing to do with Mr. Beast or the Beast, but the actual episode itself. I'm curious to what you guys would do, because he does a lot of psychological challenges that involve money and obviously eliminating people you know and what have you. And they're really interesting to watch. But the last one I thought was truly interesting. And I had a thought of what I would do in the situation, and then I changed my mind quickly, and I'm curious for the two of you. And it's kind of a sanity check for me. But anyway, it started with a ridiculous number of people that were playing this game. I don't know, 500 or 1,000. And now it's down to 10, okay? And for those of you who watch Beast Games, there's a spoiler alert. I'm going to give away the last episode, which I think was episode 8. I'm just going to do it. I'm sorry, for the purpose of this conversation.
All right.
But I think most people
What if I want to? Don't spoil
What if
it
I
to
want to
me.
watch it?
I'm spoiling it for both of you. You've already disparaged it, Omar. Dave, you'll still watch it anyway. So that's how I view this.
By the way, I think I instinctively disparage it because I'm kind of a hater. So
You are. You're a hater.
Yeah, I think if you talk
you're a
more
hater.
about what you're doing, you're right. I do appreciate what he's done. But
Yeah,
although I
it's-
have a problem with his whole look. That bothers me.
Fine. Whatever. You can have a problem with this.
You can
but-
send him some salmon
Yeah,
sperm, maybe.
But it doesn't.
help.
Yeah, maybe if you rub some zebra feces on his thighs, that would improve things. Who the hell knows what people
That's
are
funny.
doing these days? Anyway, so it's down to 10 people, and so here's what he did: he put 10 people all in separate little like houses, right, where they can't hear or see each other. And by the way, they by committee, by the 10 of them, decided which ones would be in house 1, who would be in house 2, who would be in house 3, and so on and so forth. And it was who they trusted the most. He said to them, whoever you put in house 1 should be who you trust the most, and so on all the way down the line. And they agreed, as the 10 of them, who would be in 1 through 10. Okay?
Right.
Then he had in the middle of the 10 houses a giant cube that contained $1 million cash. And he brought out the first person, and he said, you can take as little or as much of this as you want. Okay?
Oh, no, house number 1.
House number 1, the first
Because
person.
they're trustworthy. Yeah.
As little or as much of this as you want, and then whatever's left, number 2 can come out and do the same thing. You get the idea, right? And then it goes all the
One
way.
question.
Yes.
What's the incentive not to take it?
Well, they're still competing for the grand prize, and the grand prize is $5 million. So these are the final 10 in the Beast Games that have made it this far that eventually one of them will be crowned the winner of $5 million.
And if they
So they're
take it
still
all,
playing
they
this
get
game.
voted off somehow.
Potentially, yeah.
Okay,
You
all right.
don't know what type of game it's going to be. A lot of these games are luck. They're chance. It's not necessarily just, hey, just vote somebody off.
Right.
And there's some games involved too. So you don't know what's around the bend. All right?
Okay.
So, question. If you're the first person, what do you do? I thought for myself immediately. I thought something immediately. I'm not gonna tell you what it was, but I want to hear what you would do. Now, these are 9 other people that you've never met before until Beast Games. But you've built a rapport. Some of them have built a rapport with one another. Some of them have rescued each other in certain games, so they're still alive, blah, 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 blah. But none of them have a relationship prior to showing up on this TV set.
Wait, just to be clear here.
Yeah.
How much is in front of them?
Are you listening to any of this?
I am.
$1 million.
$1 million.
$1 million cash. The first person can take as much of that $1 million as they want. If they take all of it, no ramifications for them. They stay in the game. We move on to the next event.
And you know the prize is $5 million.
The ultimate prize is $5 million, but only one person wins that.
I take the $1 million immediately. I'm
Dave?
out.
Yeah, well, I just need one clarification that's a little bit more intelligent.
Please.
Are you scratching your chin right now, Dave, when you're thinking? That's so annoying.
He's
oh my God. This is what happens. This is what happens when I deal with money. Yeah.
He's in deep thought. Yeah. Yeah.
$1 million.
He's a 1970s villain.
You didn't notice it.
Yeah, well, this is perfect time for my villainy to come up. Well, I just want to understand.
Yeah.
Not taking $1 million because somehow if you could be out of the game and you want to win $5 million, right? You
can't be out of the game. No one leaves the game after this exercise. They all know there's $1 million. No one sees what the person before them does.
It's easy.
Except the second person obviously knows what the person before him did.
Yeah.
After that, the third person doesn't know what the first and second person did.
They know.
Because they only know what's left.
Okay.
So unless there's 0 left, they don't know how much the first person took versus the second person.
I guess if you're the kind, there's part of me that would say there must be some incentive to say I'm going to take a 10th because I want to be fair.
Okay.
But the second person doesn't know you only took a 10th.
Yes, the second person does know.
Oh,
because they come out of their house and there's 900,000 left, so they know exactly what the first person took. Oh. Now, if they take another 100, I'm just going to give you an example.
Right, the third.
Now there's 800,000.
Yeah.
The third person doesn't know if the first person took all 200.
Yeah.
The second person, or the first person took $1, and the second person took.
So, David, what's your answer? I have my answer.
I take $1 million.
$1 million.
Thank you.
It's ridiculous.
That's exactly what I said. Just take the $1 million.
And I embrace risk. Right? This is ridiculous. Even I would take $1 million.
It's also expected return. You have a 10% chance of winning $5 million.
That's right. The math of it.
That's 500,000.
Yeah.
This is better.
And
so I don't care if
it doesn't kick you out.
It doesn't kick you out. That's exactly. Now it might. You clearly have a target on your back if you do that. Clearly have a massive target.
Yeah, I think there must be some, like, if I take it, I'm definitely gone. So I've lost the fight. I've won
$1 million target on my back.
Yeah, but I don't give a shit if I'm.
By the way, can I say something? I'm a minority in finance. I've had a target on my back for 25 years. It's nothing new for me. Nothing new.
No one's crying a river for you.
No, yeah, I don't think anyone is
crying a river. What is this, Tom Sawyer? Talks like that. What is this?
Listen,
what did you say, Huckleberry Finn?
What? Justin Timberlake talks like that. He had a whole song about crying a river.
Yeah, you just follow up. Everyone's coming after me by attacking me. No one's. Look at you.
Anyway, you both have passed my test. The answer is you take the $1 million. I mean, come on.
Yeah. So what happened?
So I'm going to tell you what happened.
All right.
Okay. So the first person took $100,000.
Okay.
Okay.
So they must be because they made friends, maybe, right?
Of course they did. They all made friends, and they all had some sort of sob story. Everyone's got a sob story.
Yeah.
My kids.
Okay, that's the incentive. Is you want to be kind to people that you've gotten to know. That's a big piece of this.
That's a part of it. That's exactly right. As I said, you didn't know them prior, but you spent a few weeks with them in this game. For whatever that's worth. And you're all living together while you're playing this game. First person took 100,000. Now they go back into their house with the 100,000. The second person comes out of their house and sees there's $900,000. So if you're the second person and you see there's $900,000, I think you really only have 2 options. Right?
Yeah. Well, you immediately think, should I do the same or take it all? Yeah.
Correct.
So the two things, but you could say
you take $100,000.
Take half. It's dumb to take half. People are gonna get mad. Yeah.
You take $100,000 or you take 900. That's what you do if you're the second person.
Okay.
The second person took $223,000. It was the weirdest number. $223,000.
Maybe that was the amount of their mortgage.
All right. The third person looked at it and said, I have 500 some odd $1,000 in debt. Omar, can you get on camera, please?
Sorry.
I have $500,000 in debt. This person took $650,000. Basically cleaned it out. There wasn't much left after that, right? The fourth person looks and says, well, I want to leave something for other people, which was really nice because I thought you could just take the 20 whatever $1,000 is left and say, well, that's all I took. And by the way, you'd be fully within your right to do that. And no one's really going to get pissed at you because someone took $650 and someone took $223.
Right. I feel like I'm married. I feel like I'm married to Josh Kaplan right now. This is nuts. I feel like we're in bed right now. I found this so you're complaining about the corn on your toes, and I'm telling you how your toenails are scratching me, and then you're talking. And now we're watching this goddamn show.
The fourth person
and
took
we're in like a beauty rest bed with like old covers. The pillows are all broken. You won't get new ones.
Can I finish this out? The fourth person took $5K. $5K. Weird, very weird. The fifth person took zero, because they thought there was going to be some sort of something against them. And then after that, the next person took $7,272, another weird number. And then the last four people did the right thing and said, well, there's only this many people left. I'm going to take an equal amount. I'm going to take an equal amount so everyone has the same amount. And the last four people each took almost $3,700 each, right?
Yeah.
I found this whole thing bizarre. The craziest part is when they come out and now they're obviously livid. They're livid. Now they want to know who took what.
Yeah.
And you know that's a secret that's not going to last long.
Right.
Right? And so they started to reveal. The people started to reveal what they took.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy who took 223, no one batted an eyelash because the one dude took 650. And it was like, it was perfect.
Yeah.
He got his way more than fair share and didn't have to face any vitriol from any other people. But I will say this, and I'm wondering if you feel the same way, because this is now my second part of my revelation. When they were having that discussion and people were like really pissed off, I then kind of second guessed myself and went, ooh, maybe I wouldn't have taken $1 million because these people are pissed off. And it's kind of a dick move. Right?
Well, the idea that you know the people.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
If you knew the people and felt like you had some kind of relationship, that's a guardrail for this a bit. Like you just asked me what would I do in a vacuum? I'd take the
would you have
says
to,
take $1 million.
But the one thing is, and because David's brain doesn't work in multiple dimensions, but Josh, one thing that we should ask is David, I'm sorry. Sorry.
I'm thinking ways of getting you back.
Do we know that there is a socioeconomic sort of like baseline that is consistent amongst all 10 contestants? Or
no, we don't know. The people see. Don't forget, this is also a mental game too. So people are filling the air with, my kid's sick. I have a
no. I know. My point is, if somebody's one of the 10 people is a billionaire or whatever,
no, none of them are billionaires. But it wouldn't surprise me if a couple of these people were well-to-do that were perfectly.
When you went on The Price is Right, a few years ago, did you feel like you were one of the more, maybe, as I know it's hard to tell, but did you feel from your experience that it was maybe you were maybe on tails, like maybe a 3 to 4 standard deviations away from the mean in terms of socioeconomic status?
I don't know.
You didn't care about that. You just wanted to be on TV.
I wanted to be on TV, and I wanted to win the game. My
point is that would have some effect on it, possibly. But if it's all equal,
it would. But look, the three of us are doing okay, and we each said we'd take the $1 million.
Yeah. If I was on that damn show and I was meeting on that show, I probably would not have. If I was on that show and I suspect the normal, the in a similar socioeconomic way to everybody else, I 1,000% will have taken it all. I don't care about them.
I might change my answer
not feeding
because
my kid. What?
You proposed a math problem, and I said I answered it math correct.
So did I, and that's
but if I were on a show with weeks with people that I got to know, heard their stories, they voted me in house number 1 because they felt they trusted me the most.
That's right. That's right. But Dave, there's a part of this though where you don't know if what they're telling you is accurate. They could be telling you a sob story so that they can get further along in the game and get that $5 million.
Well, let me ask, can I say another angle on this, which is again what I mentioned about David. I'll ditto that about Josh in terms of multi-dimension. One of the other fascinating things about this is, let's say that I did it and I was the number 1 house and I took it all. And when I came out into my real life, everyone would know, including you two clowns,
they would,
that I did that. So would you trust me less?
No, they wouldn't. It's on Amazon. No one watches that crap on Amazon.
This is setting records, Dave. It's setting records.
All right.
Yeah, it's setting records. The viewership's ridiculous.
Because I thought about that, like on Big Brother or some of these other shows. Like, would you really backstab knowing that you're going to be hated outside the house?
Here's the thing, though. I don't think you're going to be hated because most people, I think, would take the $1 million. And so, in other words, if I saw you on the show, Dave, and you were in house 1, you took the $1 million, I would be like, whoa, that's cold. But I'd respect the move because I would do the same thing. Now, the question I have, the follow-up question, then we can move on. So that's the first part of it. The second part of this is, let's say you're one of those last 4, right? Let's say you're the first of the last 4 and there's roughly $12,000 left. Would you do what they did? Would you say I'll only take $4,000 because that's 4? There's 12 divided by, or 16. Sorry, there's less 4, so 16,000. Would you take 4,000 because 16 divided by 4 is 4 and it would be equal, or would you just grab what's left, 16,000?
At a small amount, I would go for the. I need to go further in the game, so I would take a fair share.
There you go.
Because it's a small amount.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So, Omar, what would you do then? 4 or 16 at that moment in the game?
Because now you're the math problem changed. Because now you're still in the chase for $5 million. The math problem changes.
That's exactly right.
Why would I take 16,000 and get voted? Someone wrong. Yeah.
Do you agree with that, Omar?
Yeah, I do. I do.
In your multifaceted brain, come up with an answer on that one.
Yeah. Anyway, if you get a chance, watch Beast Games. There's a whole bunch of. It's actually pretty well done, and the psychological stuff like this is actually fun to watch.
I wish I could watch it. It's ruined for me.
I think this podcast is our own version of Beast Games.
You're possible. Mr. Beast of our industry, by the way. I think you understand that.
That is fucked up.
Anyway,
you would have your own your logo is a dog.
Yeah,
it's true.
All right, this is gonna be a long episode. I don't want it to be that much. Omar, you go next. What's going on?
Okay, so all right, so basically, look, I have, as you guys probably know, for the most part, been abstinent the last few years. I have not been dating really actively at all.
You can see it on your face, your skin.
Wow, that was well done. That was really well done. In my head, by the way, I immediately was doing salmon sperm joke, and I couldn't get it out fast enough.
No, they'll have to go to YouTube and do a slow-mo of you going like, what's the next thing?
Right.
Yeah.
Well done.
So at any rate, I have been, I was in New York recently, and, I was like, you know what? Why not
get a prostitute?
Maron.
Oh, I don't know.
Why not go to like Bumble? And so I'm this one person I sort of met. And
now that's a dating app, right? Is that a dating app?
Yeah, it's a dating app.
Okay.
That's right.
Was it Bumble or is it a
Grinder?
Yeah, we have to say Grinder, but it's an app of some sort.
Yeah, it's like Tinder, but it's like more women empowering, so to speak.
Oh,
okay.
That's
all right.
Bumble is, right?
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, this story is just all right. So anyway, so I have meet this woman for a drink. And
so you matched with somebody.
Yeah,
while you were there.
And I wasn't look. And by the way, for the record, it's not my thing. Well, the whole messaging thing back and forth, I can't deal with it. It takes too much time. But happened to work. Whatever.
Okay.
Meet the person for a drink. We totally hit it off.
Was this person age appropriate?
Yeah, actually.
Wow.
That still doesn't answer the question.
All right.
So, anyway, so we have a great time. We have dinner together. It's fantastic.
Did she look as good as her pictures?
Beautiful. Speaks
Wow,
6
okay.
languages.
Wow.
Okay.
Which 6?
German, Spanish, French, Dutch, English, and like I don't know.
Pig Latin?
Something.
Okay.
I couldn't believe she was single.
Yeah.
And anyway, so we have this great back and forth. And so I was supposed to go back to the next day. I stayed another night. All right.
Because of her.
I was like, you know what? It's great. She's taller than me, which I've done that before, right? I've taken her to my favorite restaurant in New York City.
She's 5', 6.5".
Oh wow! Listen. I deserve that. What our faithful listeners may or may not know is I screwed up earlier today and
Yes,
missed
you
the
did,
recording
royally.
time. So.
Yeah, is that why your flight got changed?
No, that was from Miami. This is a different.
Okay.
This is a different time.
Yeah, different time. Yeah. So at any rate, come back, take it to my favorite restaurant, and Eddie, who's the maitre d' there, I've known him for 25 years. I've taken other dates there, not in a while,
Sure.
but whatever. And he's not even looking at me. He's talking about setting her up with his son. I'm like, what is happening? But that was kind of interesting and fun. We had dinner.
Wait. He wants to set your date up with his son.
Yeah.
But he knows you're on a date with her.
Because she was much taller than me. And Eddie was like, what am I going to do? By the way, for the record, I don't mind that stuff. That's kind of great if you're dating someone and like that kind of happens. It's good. I want them to be desirable. Otherwise, why am I with them to begin with? You know what I mean?
What I took away from that story is when Omar comes in, hey, Eddie, I'm guessing Eddie's like, oh my gosh, it's this guy again. Like, that's the first thing I thought is it's a one-sided relationship.
Oh.
Right? Do you think that's possible?
No, I think Eddie said this can't possibly be Omar's date. This woman is far, you can't jump more than 3 spots.
Is this you guys being passive aggressive right now? This is
No,
fantastic.
that's what popped in my head is, your Miss HOD is Eddie, and I thought, I bet you Eddie's like, oh,
No.
God, this guy.
No, I think
You're good
I
friends with
checked
Eddie?
with him. I think we're fairly close.
Okay.
You're a good tipper, so I could be
he
one of
is.
them.
I guess. So, so I think everyone thinks they're a good tipper, by the way. It's like 97% of people think they're a good tipper.
Yeah.
All
My
right.
dad thinks he's a good tipper. He gives $1 tips. Okay. So
That's true. Yeah. Fair enough.
Right.
So anyway, so back to this. So then, great night, dinner, drinks, real conversation. And I had to fly back. And there was some intimacy, but nothing crazy.
Had you kissed her the night before?
Not really, no. But there was
Not really.
but there was
Okay.
this very
There
kismic.
was a spark. There was a
Yes.
spark.
Yeah,
Okay.
100%. 100%.
Yes. Yeah.
So
and she was
anyway-
willing to go out with you a second night in a row.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Okay.
she is like a fitness model and blah, 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 blah.
Wow. All
And
right.
Fashion Week coming up. We're talking about
Yeah.
her. Anyway, so then I go back to Puerto Rico, right?
Right.
And we talk like that night, I guess. I don't remember. And she goes, hey, listen,
And you, I think I know where this is going. Did you hire her to get into an inflatable ball into a pool? Is that where this is going?
yeah. Yeah.
Either that or she had an amazing beard. Is that,
Keep going. Sorry, Omar.
So she goes, I'm like, oh, how was your walk with your friend? Her Indian friend who's like a stylist. Great.
Is she Indian?
No. She's half half German, half Dutch. She also knew one of my exes I dated like 10 years ago.
Okay.
Who was Dutch, supermodel type, Frederique Vanderwal, which is also kind of interesting.
Sure.
Yeah. So
Was
Can
her
we look her up?
grandfather in the war?
So my point is, she goes to me. So yeah, I was walking with her, and she was yelling at me, was like, because when I meet guys on Bumble on these apps, my real name's not Sarah. It's actually something else. And I'm like, oh, I get it, whatever, no big deal. I didn't really care.
Yeah.
So So
My name is Frank.
So then, Frank.
Where's this going? So you called her Sarah the whole time, not knowing that.
Introduced her to Sarah, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, so anyway, I'm in like, I'm like, whatever. I get back to my place in Puerto Rico. I Google, her name and then model, and there's nothing wrong with this. Trans activist.
Is she trans herself?
Correct.
Wow.
Correct.
This is a hell of a story.
No idea.
This is a hell of a story.
No idea. I mean,
I didn't mean to say Frank. I was
when
you nailed it.
When I say to you guys that she's gorgeous,
I believe it.
It is. I'm saying to you, like, I'm not saying she's like a rail thin. She was taller for sure, but the curves and everything, I mean, unbelievable. And
so you didn't need to buy the pregnancy test then. That was unnecessary.
Nothing happened. I mean, we held hands.
Right.
Jesus.
Wow.
But yeah, it
sounds like the perfect match. She's beautiful, and you can get
I was thinking about it.
And the same place.
Look. To be clear, like I don't know how you internalize that. Like, I guess
this is
personal because
this
like I didn't. I don't know whether I think she's supposed to say that to me, right?
She never never mentioned it, never told you.
No.
Yeah. So okay.
So she doesn't know that you know now?
Correct.
She has to know because
I mean, I have to assume that she implicitly knows, but I haven't really communicated with her since then.
Has she reached out to you since?
Yes, a few times. 100%.
And you have not gotten back to her?
Correct. I don't know what to say to her. And I might actually congratulate her. Whatever. Say, hey, listen, it's amazing what you're doing, but it's not for me. But I have no look. Again, this is not some gender sort of like fluid thing or conversation political. I don't care about that shit. I'm saying
no.
like
that's not
specifically, it's kind of a crazy thing. So, and then I thought about the night, and again, I'm not saying it, but like, in some ways, like, were there signs? What were the? She's taller than me. Okay, fine. But I've had like,
that's not that unusual.
And she was super curvy, and like, okay, like I was like, this is so maybe that her body was almost too perfect, right?
Right.
So maybe that was something.
Were there a lot of fist bumps?
Well, that was the one thing as I thought about it. Her hand.
I'm kidding. This is awful.
Her hand was like bigger than mine.
She had man hands.
She had man hands.
Yeah, like Seinfeld.
I would listen. I wouldn't say with her Seinfeld like man hands. Okay, to be clear.
Okay.
But like, I was thinking about it, and like literally, like I mentioned the Eddie thing to you because like he was like, and like I was too. Like, it's like
I'm sure she looked
beautiful vision.
Yeah.
And
but that's not something that it sounds like mentally you can get past.
No, I know.
Yeah.
It's not.
Okay,
it's not
that's
for
fair.
Me.
Yeah. That's fair. And she has to understand that.
Is that something that are we stating that should be stated up front like that, or is some like, look, I
don't know what kind of
way.
position to take. I don't know if you're in her shoes, how you. I mean, for every person like me, maybe if she is open, who she never gets to meet, maybe there's one person who actually could get past it and says, "I love you" for
for who she is.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know if they're how to answer that because she has a sample size of like 5 people out there, or maybe if she's a woman, she has a sample size of 50,000.
Right. That's right. Yeah. This is hard. This is very tricky because you're always taught it's important who they are on the inside,
and I will say, and Josh, you left that open. Like from my perspective, like. I just can't. It's not because I don't blame religious thing. It's just I just have like no.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
No thing. I don't know. Like I'm just way too selfish to even think about stuff like that. I have enough shit to deal with in my own, own problems.
Yes, you are. You are very selfish.
I prefer like I prefer in some ways the Leonardo DiCaprio version. I get what I'm not saying I can do that, but I understand why he does it.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
It's are you gonna bring this to a conclusion? Are you gonna like say, hey?
I assume you're gonna cut it off.
You know what? I'll leave it at
that. I meant the relationship.
Do you guys think I should respond to her, or do you
yes,
think
you
I
have
should
to. You
I
have
think
to.
a goodbye. Look, and you don't have to get into. You're in Puerto Rico, long distance. You're not interested. Can he go that route? Do you think?
Absolutely. You can play it a different route and be the
So
pseudo
you're
good guy.
saying I do not say that I know, and I just happen to completely like ghost her.
That's right. No, not ghost. Not ghost.
Oh, she sent me like four texts.
Why don't you tell her you met somebody else?
Yeah, I
could-
mean, why can't I
maybe-
say that? Yeah, I don't know. That's what I mean. It's not.
It's
an
so
easy
tricky.
answer. It's easy.
It's
to
very
it's not
tricky.
the
This
answer.
is a hell of a topic, by the way. I'm going to tell you something. It's a hell of a topic.
I
It's
told
no
you,
beast
Josh,
games.
for our
It's no
listeners,
beast games.
Josh
It's no
was
beast games.
Josh was so mad at me, justifiably so, because
Yes.
he missed his nephew's basketball game.
Right, because
Right.
I was recording
And-
the podcast at a certain time.
I'm not going to say why. It's no excuse. I was late. When I said, but I won a
Late.
hell of a topic. I thought
Cancel.
that would end it. And then Josh proceeded to, let me know how he felt, and rightfully so again. But Josh, do you understand? I was not exaggerating when I said that.
No, this is a hell of a topic.
It's
a
almost
hell
too
of a topic.
serious for a podcast like ours.
First of all, your last topic was about you being in a multi-person relationship.
Like I said, I'm just starting a date.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you listen, for someone who's hasn't gone out and hasn't dated and has been absent for so long, you sure know how to crack out of that box right quick.
Yeah.
With a polyamorous and then a trans woman. That's quite the I'm back out there
What next?
announcement.
What next?
Yeah, what next? Exactly.
Man,
Hey, I want someone who can come over and watch like a show with, not reality. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, you can watch a show with her. You do know that, right?
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I just, no.
I hear you. I would play it where I would just play it like you met someone else, or this is a long distance thing. You're in Puerto
What?
Rico.
I
It's not
just
going to work.
met someone
What?
the next. What? I didn't respond to her text. I didn't. What? That makes no
not meet
sense.
somebody else.
No,
I think
you know what I mean. Just respond back politely. Unless it's a sexual text. Is it a sexual text?
No,
Or is it
it's
just,
like
hey,
a
how you
heart
doing?
broke.
What's
You broke
going
my
on?
Heart text.
It's you broke my heart text.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's hard.
that's what you've got already. You
yeah.
broke
Yeah,
my
he's
heart
gotten
text.
that already. So
Yeah.
she's clingy too. She's also clingy.
That's the real issue.
That seems like a bigger issue for
Well,
you.
Yeah,
we had,
right.
We had 2 dinners.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing like we had. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I guess, David, what is your advice?
Have you ever heard the phrase "It's not you, it's me"? Have you tried that one?
Yeah,
you can go
that
that
might
route.
not be a bad
So
one.
both of you asshats are saying I'm not.
Correct. Yeah.
For
Because I
upfront.
think it's.
yeah,
I think
you're asking the
it would
two wrong
hurt.
people.
Yeah, we're not the right people.
My second option is to say I'm in the CIA and I have to go overseas. So that's
It's
that
not a
would-
bad option. It's not a bad
Yeah.
option.
All right.
You're asking the worst people, Matt.
Yeah, we are not the right people.
Yeah. This is not who you want advice from.
Yeah. So look. So to be clear, yeah, that's why I didn't. I could have talked about this or the event. And
No,
so-
this was a much better topic. It's fantastic, and it's really unbelievable that.
Will you follow up and tell us what happens?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to know. Let me ask you something.
I guess I will. I mean, if I
Can I ask you something, Omar?
Yes.
Do you feel deceived?
Yeah.
Do you-
100%.
All right. Well, that's so maybe that's what you say to her.
Yeah, but okay, when that is then right inferring that I let her
It
know
is.
that
Well,
I
then,
know.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's like you could take 2 routes. You can take the I'm breaking this off for a phony reason that I'm going to give you right now, or you can take the real route, the honest route, and say, look, I feel deceived, and I had an amazing time with you, but the reality is that you didn't disclose something that I felt you should have, and unfortunately, I'm just not. It's my own shallowness. I'm not with it. I mean, not in those
Well,
words.
the fact that it wasn't honest is also a
Yeah,
warning signal
yeah.
that you could just say that that's the deal killer there as
But
well.
where does it stop, though? I mean, how much does everyone have to disclose?
She had her profile as a lady.
But she is a
that's-
lady now. Isn't she a lady now?
Yeah.
So she is. That's not a lie, right?
Okay.
Go on to my
What
topic.
What if she was a dude and got connected with another dude? They would say like, you're not a you're not a dude, or got connected with another woman. Another woman would say, like, you're not a
funny
dude.
thing is, we're about to go into Dave's topic, and his name, which our listeners cannot see, is
This is so funny because Dave has the exact same topic.
It's a tough way for my wife to hear this story. But,
all right, Omar, you'll tell us how this resolves.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that is incredibly interesting. And if any of our listeners want to write in and say what they would do, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. No matter what you do, I'm sure it's going to be spectacularly wrong, and we want to hear it.
We want to hear how it blows up in your face.
I'm going to go with a topic that's actually pretty close to this, and that's
really?
the idea of someone calling something, but it's really
Okay.
something else. Okay.
Okay.
I thought of this today because when Omar, you canceled our earlier recording, and Josh texted, "I missed my nephew's game."
Correct.
And I thought, I wonder what game it is. I wonder if it's hockey, like Josh.
No.
So I thought, hockey. And then I asked my wife, I said, hey, do you know when Josh says he plays hockey, do you know they don't skate?
Right.
And she goes, they don't skate? And I said, yeah, they don't skate. They just run around in the gym floor. And
That's right.
And they call it hockey.
Deck
and
hockey.
She's like, well, that's not right. So
What?
I thought, well, that is kind of a funny thing. And since Josh's Eagles have made the Super Bowl, I feel like I wasn't going to bring it up because I felt that might make him feel bad, but he's like
That's
at
all
such a high.
I am.
It felt like I wanted to ask you, Omar, is Josh calling his sport? So Josh, explain exactly what it is you play.
First of all, we call it deck hockey. Okay.
Oh, no, you've not ever called it deck hockey.
It's
when you
called
talk to us.
deck hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you say I have a hockey game when you talk to us.
Well, because I do have a hockey game.
Okay.
It's a hockey rink.
Okay.
Instead of the floor is not ice, the floor is like a sport court material. The rink looks exactly like a hockey rink. Other than that, it's 5-on-5 with goalies. There's a blue line or a red line, 2 blue lines, a red line.
Yeah.
All the penalties, penalty box, 2 officials, the whole 9.
All right.
It's
All right.
everything but the skating.
All right, Omar. You
It's a ball, and it's a ball. It's not a puck. It's a ball.
Is it a heavy ball? Is it like?
It's an orange hockey ball. You never felt like an orange hockey ball? It's not like it's
No,
not as
there is
heavy
no
as
such
like.
thing as an orange hockey ball.
Of course there is. Of course there is. You never, when you were a kid, didn't you ever play street hockey?
No.
No?
No, I never
You
played street
grew
hockey.
up in Wisconsin.
Yeah, we skated and played hockey.
Good, touche. Well played. We always played street hockey, and you got an orange Milek ball. Milek was the name. That is the brand name of street hockey.
Where do you rank in terms of how many people are on your team? 6, 7?
No, there's a lot on our team. We have probably 15,
At a time?
16 guys.
How many,
Well, when everyone shows up, yeah, but
how
you
many
don't
people are
normally
on,
get
are on
that.
the field?
On the rink.
On the court?
Yes.
On the court. Yeah.
Yes, on the ice, on the deck, 5 and a goalie, just like regular
Are you
hockey.
wearing skirts or?
We are,
I'm just asking, I just want to.
we are not
understand.
wearing
I'm just trying to
skirts.
envision. Okay, so
We are not wearing skirts. We're in pads. You have to wear pads.
okay.
People wear helmets, hockey helmets.
Are you wearing sports bras?
We are not wearing sports bras. You know, I see where this is going.
So
Wait, hold on.
And I
wait,
don't like
David,
it.
I want to ask. I want to ask a question.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Omar, if I said,
Yeah.
"Hey, I have a tennis match," and you find out I play pickleball, is that the same thing?
No,
Two
no,
different
This
sports.
This is much more drastic, I think. Which is, I have some additional questions here, David. Thank you for opening this up. So, Josh, what is the average age of your teammates?
Of my teammates,
Yeah.
the average age is probably 50.
Okay.
We have a couple younger guys, so maybe 47, 46.
Okay. Do any of them play on crutches or wheelchair?
Yeah, are any of them athletic?
Yeah.
Is this an athletic sport?
That was one of my.
Yes. Yes. It's a very taxing sport. Although I will say there are definitely a fair share of overweight individuals.
So when
they mostly play defense.
So Josh, where do you rank in terms of the fitness scale with this crew? Hold on, wait, Josh, before you answer this question, Dave, where do you think Josh? Do you think Josh is the mean, or do you think he's like one of the more fit? Dare I say? And then I'll take my guess.
I think in terms of weight, I think he's probably on the high,
fitness,
not the high end, the fitter end.
The fitter end, yes, that's true.
in terms of like, can I think Josh can run a mile? I don't know. Can you run a mile, Josh?
Of course.
Without
I can
stopping?
run a mile. Yes, of course. Listen, I used to run 5 miles 3 times a week, and I'd stopped for a while. I haven't done that in a long time, but when
Everything on your body is in pain, I think.
yes, that's correct. I do have a lot of ailments
Yeah. So
that
all right.
prevents me.
So I guess in the spirit of, and I know a bunch of your hockey buddies listen to the podcast, right?
They do,
So
yes.
They're also, your sports bra in our attack of this.
They'll
is
love
probably-
that. They'll love that.
They're going to love this, yeah. So, Omar, you have anything to say to his buddies that are listening?
I'm in the
to
top. I'm going to tell you. I'm in the top half of fitness.
top
Hold
half?
on.
Which doesn't say much.
Here's another question, Dave. This is more of a meta question. Does it count as a sport if you're not confident talking about it in front of a woman?
Oh, I talk about it in front of everybody.
Okay.
But you mislead them. You say hockey. You don't say deck hockey.
Deck hockey. Deck hockey.
I've never heard that phrase. You've said, I got hockey game, we got hockey, I got hockey tonight.
Well,
I've heard
yes.
you-
I don't need to keep saying deck hockey. You know what I
well,
play.
this
You
is
know
my
I'm not
topic.
skating. You
I
know
think-
that.
I think I didn't know until you told me one time after years of hearing you in hockey. I had my vision, you in pads.
I think my whole persona says I don't skate.
Well,
I'm
I
not
was
a-
surprised.
I'm not a cold weather guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you wear pads?
We do wear pads. You have to wear pads. So you have to wear shin pads up to the knee, covering the knee. You have to wear elbow pads. You do. You have to wear
Knee pads?
Wait.
no knee pads. The shin pads go to the knee.
Oh, okay.
You have to wear gloves. You have to wear hockey gloves. And some people wear helmets. I don't wear a helmet. I'd say like 40% of the people wear helmets.
Okay. With a
I
face
wear-
guard?
Yeah, people wear a face guard or a cage.
Yeah.
Correct? Because I broke my nose in like the second season when
David,
I caught a stick right to the face.
Remember that Seinfeld episode where Kramer was a black belt?
Yes,
Remember?
that's right. In
Right.
his judo
And-
class.
Yeah, judo class and
Karate.
And
Yes, it was all little kids. It
and
was all
like
little kids.
and David, we never really spoke about this, but in an effort to become a friend to Josh, I made myself labor through something which I still have nightmares about today, where Josh had his best game ever in this field hockey thing he's doing, and he had like 6 goals, 9 assists, and
This is the
something
ball.
crazy.
Is that
This
the
is
that's
the
the game
ball.
ball? Oh, look
This
at
is
that.
the game ball from that game,
Okay.
July 8th, 2021.
My God.
Yeah.
Yes. So I had a
Prize possession.
We had a separate call just to talk about it. And Josh, how much
You wanted to hear.
Josh, how much of a deep dive did we do?
I was very excited.
It was very
Listen,
cool. It was actually very
it doesn't-
sweet. It was very
I
sweet.
don't get that accolade often.
So I
It
think
was
all
very,
that
very
matters
exciting.
to me is that our friend Josh, who our love language with is ridicule, loves this.
Yes, correct. That's
right?
right.
And
do.
it only gives us more ammunition for our love language.
That's right. That's right. This is how we relate to you, Josh.
It's
And-
correct, and I appreciate it.
And I
More
wouldn't
than
have brought
you
it
know.
up if the Eagles would have made the Super Bowl. I felt that gave me
That's
a little
fair.
bit.
That's
You've got a
very
lot
fair.
of
Very
cushion to
fair.
come down.
Very,
So,
very fair.
Yeah, because
But it is taxing. It's good exercise.
I'll bet it is.
And so I played the other night, okay, deck hockey. Was Monday night, and it was when I was coming off my illness. When I was just came back from Florida. I was like, I shouldn't play, but I'm going to play. Or maybe it wasn't Monday night. It was the other night. It was Wednesday. And I was like coughing up blood. It was awful. I mean, I had no breath whatsoever. I should never have played. I couldn't catch my breath.
Yeah.
I was coughing so much when I was playing.
It is.
But anyway,
I mean, it's
it's
a
a fun
question, though.
sport. It's fun.
And Dave, I think to myself, what do I do that's at all competitive anymore?
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
It's
besides
competitive.
like
It's yes.
work, I'm not.
Listen,
doing-
there's a
it's
website.
exhilarating.
There's a website with the standings and the statistics and the career
And
statistics.
That
Josh,
is
what
cool.
are you regarded as like a? Where are you regarded in this league?
I don't think I'm regarded much at all.
Do you have MVPs of the league?
There are, you get whoever is the leading goal scorer of.
Is it the
of
same person every
the
year?
league gets
Is there
a
someone
trophy.
who's the best in the league?
It tends to be the same several guys that get it, but there's different divisions. There's five different levels.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams.
Is this
There's
league
probably
generating
40
revenue?
teams in this.
Should
in
we
this, in this
should we
league.
buy this league and do our own like
I would love if you bought this
MMA
league. I
thing?
would love it.
We could listen between the three of us.
I
we
would
could
love
add-
if you sponsored
could
our
add
team.
some-
We're sponsored by a bar.
We could add some pizzazz to this.
You could. You
Josh,
could.
is there an angle where this could become a televised sport?
Okay. There is actually a professional ball hockey league, and I kid you not.
Because it
And
appeals. This appeals to the proletarians.
It's international. It's international.
What does that mean?
I mean, there's teams from every
Why
country.
isn't Budweiser the sponsor of this?
There are you should see it. If you go online and look for professional ball hockey, you'll see it. It's real, and it's on.
I have
Hero
never
Show.
heard the phrase
Yes.
professional ball hockey.
I'm going to send you a link.
And I've heard of a lot of handball. You know, is big in Europe.
Yeah.
Breakdancing is it in the Olympics?
Breakdancing is no longer it wasn't the Olympics, and they kicked it out
breakdancing
already.
is but your international ball hockey.
No, because hockey's in the Olympics. Ice hockey's in the Olympics.
Yeah, true.
You're not gonna ball hockey, too.
Josh
It should be.
Josh
It should
is
be.
very, very passionate about this.
I am. I do love
You see
it.
how
I've
his
been playing
eyes
for a
are
long time.
softening when he talks about it? He really does love it.
And I will tell you this: I don't know how many more years I have left, and that makes me very sad.
No,
It does.
I no longer. My passion was playing volleyball. I love volleyball.
Right.
I love
You
playing
love
doubles.
volleyball.
I love sand volleyball. I don't
Right.
play anymore. So those days come, and now it's sad. Well, I'm happy for you. I'm glad. I make fun of it, but it's. Here's my thing. I think from now on, when you talk to me and Omar, you got to call it deck hockey.
I will call it deck hockey from now on. I promise you. But listen, I would encourage you guys to find something like this
Yes.
in your life, because before you know it, you're going to blink and you're going to be in South Florida watching The View 4 times a day.
Well, I think field hockey or pickleball
hockey.
is a good. Actually, I played
Pickleball's a
pickleball.
great-
It's really fun. Yeah. So
Pickleball's awesome. I
that's
love
where
it.
it's probably going to end up.
There you go.
All right, guys. Well, this has been a good episode. It's a long episode. Kick off season 5.
Season 5. Very exciting.
And look forward to hearing from you. If you would like to send us an email, it's friends@fts.media. If you are someone from New York who's dated Omar recently, you can reach out to him at
Please.
at
please.
fts.media or get pictures from him at our website, friendstalkingshop.weebly.com. We have YouTube, Instagram, TikTok at Friends Talking Shop. So hopefully we'll be back before you know it. Any last words, guys?
No, we just apologize for the hiatus.
Yeah.
That's all.
And
Yeah.
everything we probably said.
We need to do
started.
better. Yeah, but we should do it a little more frequently.
All right. Well, we'll
That's
be
all.
back before you know it.
That's a good end.
All right. Until next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See ya.
Smile later.